Hi and welcome to the NBA show. My name is Morten Jensen and today we'll be discussing why the Dallas Mavericks should be the obvious landing destination for Giannis Antetokounmpo in 2021. For well over a year, rumors have persisted that Giannis Antetokounmpo would leave the Bucks for the Golden State Warriors in 2021. And part of the reasoning for that is that the Bucks are old. Well, are the Golden State Warriors that much younger when you really think about it? Currently, Steph Curry is 32, Klay Thompson is 30, and Draymond Green 30 as well. By next year, that's going to be 33, 31, and 31. So how much longer is that window going to stay open? Sure, Giannis' presence is going to extend that, but is it going to be open for another 5 years during the prime of Antetokounmpo's career? I don't necessarily think so, right? One thing is that Steph will always be a good shooter, but he'll lose a step athletically, meaning his dribble drive is going to diminish in effect. Like Klay is probably the one guy who could age gracefully, but he's coming off an ACL tear. We really haven't seen him since, or we haven't seen him at all actually. Draymond is the one guy who could just drop off the face of the earth because he's a guy who's reliant upon a passing and defensive acumens, and as he grows older and loses a step athletically, his defensive impact will undoubtedly decline. So why them when you can go to Dallas and join up with Luka Dončić? Should Giannis join up with Dallas in 2021, Luka will be 22. Giannis himself, currently 25, will be 26. That aligns pretty evenly. And there's also the component of Kristaps Porzingis, who we haven't even touched upon yet, who's going to be 25. That means the window of opportunity is going to be open for at least 5 to 6, if not 7 years. Maybe even more, because the Mavericks can make moves currently as well. As Luka ages, they'll pivot and find players who fit him, and as well with Giannis. Giannis, who is undoubtedly one of the best players in the NBA and a devastating force, might not age out all that gracefully because a lot of his game is reliant upon his great athleticism. But one thing that never goes away is his length and his intelligence level. He will always be able to pass the basketball and he will always have a size advantage near the rim. So Giannis at age 35 could very much still be effective, at which point Luka will be 31 and in his physical prime. The Mavericks could really stand to gain a lot by getting Giannis for obvious reasons. That puts them in championship contention for a significant period of time. But having just those two guys will allow them to build the roster around two very strong fundamental pieces. If Kristaps Porzingis is not to be kept around, you could flip him for assets that would fit those two better. There's a myriad of options available to Dallas as long as they get Luka and Giannis on the same roster. Everything else, in principle, could just go. It's fine, they'll figure it out. This duo would be so devastatingly effective, especially together, that you could, in theory, replace the entire team around them numerous times and it wouldn't even matter. This is the kind of duo that wins championships, and not just 1 or 2, but 4, or maybe even 5. Now, of course, this all hinges on Giannis' interest in the Dallas Mavericks. His older brother Kostas already played there for a short and limited period of time, so there is a small familiarity with that organization through his brother. Even so, he has to see that there is a playmaking guard in Dallas that right now would solve all of his problems. Because one of the reasons that Milwaukee got bounced in the second round by Miami was the fact that they didn't have that second ball creator. While Chris Middleton is fantastic, he's simply not Luka Dončić. Furthermore, Giannis, who plays a very mechanical brand of basketball, is not necessarily a closer. He's not a guy you can expect to go out on the perimeter and create jump shots from himself in clutch situations. Hence, Luka Dončić, who's done so repeatedly over his first 2 NBA seasons. I say that's the most obvious marriage right there, and Giannis, if you're smart, you should think about it.